Ambassador Humayun Kabir, and Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. All protocol observed, I would like to thank BEI for arranging this particular topic, a timely topic, Bangladesh-US relations, opportunities and challenges. At the outset, I would like to pay tribute to our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, on the occasion of his birth centenary, who aptly emphasized about enormous importance of bilateral relationship with the United States of America. He visited USA in October 1974 and met President Gerald Ford. Bangladesh follows Bangabandhu's foreign policy principle, friendship to all, malice to none, and thereby pursues a balanced foreign policy and maintains a cooperative, comprehensive, and a growing economic relationship with countries in the neighborhood and beyond. South Asia is one of the least integrated regions of the world with great potentials that could be explored from various dimensions. Bangladesh has been a leader in regional cooperation and connectivity initiatives, and we welcome US involvement in the existing and new initiatives. Bangladesh should continue to pursue economic diplomacy proactively with neighboring, regional, and global players, including and particularly with the United States of America. Dear participants, this is needless to reiterate that Bangladesh attaches high importance on having strong bilateral relations with the United States based on the strong foundation of shared values of democratic principle, peace, prosperity and personal freedom. Here I would like to mention democratic principle. As you know, in 1971, when the Awami League party got overwhelming majority, the conspiracy was hatched up to deny it to have the responsibility. And this year in the USA, a land which cherished democracy for years, even in USA, when Biden's Democratic Party got overwhelming majority in the electoral process, unfortunately, some sort of a conspiracy was picked up to deny him the responsibility. So President Biden and our party follows the same similarity by chance. Anyway, the US has been one of our most reliable development partners and has contributed generously to the country's socio-economic progress ever since its independence. The relations between the two countries have been flourishing since Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina formed the government in 1996 and more so since 2009. Besides the annual partnership dialogue, the TICFA, we are holding regular dialogues on a wide range of issues, including trade, investment, security, military, and counterterrorism. The new US administration, under the leadership of President Joe Biden, appears to be more supportive to the causes of the developing world, including areas like climate change, trade facilitation, COVID-19 response, and migrants. Thus, our expectation from the Biden administration is indeed reasonably higher, and we believe US will again lead the world in achieving the core values and principles. Today, after this webinar, I have to pick up a call, as Ambassador Earl knows, a call from former Senator John Kerry, the President Joe Biden's special envoy on climate change. He is a dynamic person with vision, and we know each other for long. I look forward to developing a very strong platform for resolving climate issues. With visionary policies undertaken by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh is fully confident of further strengthening its ties with all development partners to facilitate economic and political cooperation and people-to-people ties, and US being one of the biggest among them. I am confident that regular bilateral visits and political level engagements between the two countries at the highest level will elevate Bangladesh-US partnership to a higher plane. And maybe Ambassador Miller you can work on that issue. And will also generate great dynamism and momentum in our growing relationship. We really want to lift our relations with the US to a higher height in coming days. Let me take this opportunity to summarize some of our major outlooks related to our engagement with the US administration. First, while we are thankful to USA's participation, principled stand and steadfast humanitarian and diplomatic support to Bangladesh in dealing with the Rohingya crisis since August 2017, we also firmly believe that this is essential to take an effective and well-calibrated intervention on the part of the international community to convince Myanmar to create a safe and conducive environment in the Rakhine state for dignified return of these 1.1 million Rohingyas to their homeland. Rohingya problem was created by Myanmar and solution also lies with them. Good news is there are indications that the new US administration will look into the issue of genocide in the Rakhine state and hopefully will proactively take action for this safe return. Second, as you know that Bangladesh is committed to achieve sustainable development goals by 2030 and also moving forward to achieve its national development agenda articulated in Vision 2021 and Vision 2041. Our growth trajectory in last one decade was very impressive, but lately the COVID-19 pandemic has slowed down the progress in hindering our SDG implementation as like other countries of the world. Therefore, we underscored the necessity to strengthen further bilateral and multilateral cooperation and collective actions to tackle the evolving dimensions of health as well as economic crisis during this COVID-19 pandemic as well as during post-pandemic situation. The collaborative efforts of our two friendly countries have already produced some noteworthy outcomes. Supplying of 6.5 million high-standard PPPs by Bangladesh to the United States in the shortest possible time. In the shortest possible time is a great example of cooperation between two countries to face the challenges posed by a common invisible enemy, the COVID-19. The need for this partnership is even more today when the whole world is facing the extraordinary challenges of the global pandemic. Third, the issue of deportation of Rashid Chaudhry, a convicted fugitive killer of father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, has remained pending at the US side for more than a decade. We requested the US government to speed up the return of Rashid Chaudhry to Bangladesh to face justice. In light of our shared spirit of establishing justice and rule of law, I believe that the new US administration should look into this matter seriously. In fact, this could be a game changer in the Bangladesh-US partnership. We also have an extradition treaty pending with the US side for a long time. Fourth, we believe that trade and investment can be one of the strongest bonds of partnership between Bangladesh and the United States of America. USA is Bangladesh's single largest export destination country and the largest investor. Bangladesh is also becoming an important export market for the US products. With an upward trend of both ways, total trade volume with USA jumped from 6.4 billion in 2014 to 9 billion in 2019. In 2019, Bangladesh export to USA was around 6.8 billion, including major exportable items such as woven apparel, knit apparel, miscellaneous textile products, and so on and so forth. Now we need to diversify our products portfolio away from these few items, and we need help from USA. Our traditional strength in the R&D industry is already there to be utilized further by the business houses of both the countries. That would continue to be a win-win situation for both. In fact, despite high import tariffs of nearly 15.6% on average, the apparel-based products from Bangladesh have made successful inroad in USA market. About 90% of the total exports from Bangladesh to the United States is ready-made garments. Bangladesh is indeed the second largest apparel exporter to the United States after China. Since the pandemic, to assist the hard-hit US consumers, particularly the poorer sections of United States, the citizens, US may put a moratorium on its tariff to Bangladesh export for a period of 3 years, and this will surely help American consumers at the same time the Bangladesh exporters. This will be a win-win situation. The American consumers will receive their products at a lower rate due to reduction, withdrawing of tariff. At the same time, Bangladesh exporters will be benefited. Maybe this is an issue we can pursue. Fifth, Bangladesh reviewed its post-COVID-19 recovery strategy to expand domestic demand to public investment in infrastructure and service delivery to create more job opportunities and to improve the rate of foreign direct investment into export diversifying sectors. Bangladesh has emerged as a lucrative destination of foreign investment today. Our return on investment is relatively higher in Bangladesh vis-a-vis our neighbors, and we are keen to operationalize our proposed 100 economic zones and 28 high-tech parks with foreign investment from public and private sectors. Bangladesh welcomes US investment in these economic zones and high-tech parks, including through the reallocation process from China. Bangladesh believes that US support will continue for the safe and appropriate use of science and technology, including biotechnology, to help meet agricultural challenges and consumer needs of the 21st century. In fact, Bangladesh looks for further technical cooperation with the US in many spheres. It's a matter of great pride and satisfaction for our two friendly countries that Bangladesh's very first satellite, Bangabandhu Satellite 1, was launched in May 2018 by the renowned US aerospace company SpaceX. In fact, Bangladesh-US technical cooperation in the last decade have grown substantially. However, the tremendous potential for Bangladesh-US partnership in the area of science and technology is yet to be realized to the desired extent. I would recommend more scientific cooperation between research and academic institutions of two countries, as well as technical cooperation aimed at capacity building of government and private institutions. Our two countries indeed have close liaison concerning global peacekeeping efforts by the UN. We are also particularly interested in US investment in agricultural and agro-processing sector. As with US investment and sharing of know-hows, advanced technology, mechanized farming, both the countries can address the challenge of food security. The US government may also take some seasonal workers from Bangladesh to work in their agriculture sectors. Our workers are very diligent and hardworking. Sixth, Bangladesh remains committed to promoting connectivity in the region. The concept of free and open Indo-Pacific would help Bangladesh promote blue economy, its seaborne external freight, its connectivity and improvement of investment climate and strengthen measures against terrorism and other organized crimes in the maritime space. We request for the US investment in infrastructural development of Bangladesh to enhance the effectiveness of the Indo-Pacific strategies in the South Asian region. In fact, we have joined the Belt and Road Initiative China from the same aspiration of receiving investment in our infrastructure development, aimed at socio-economic development of our people. We also like to see the Indo-Pacific strategy as a conduit for inclusive growth in the region. Finally, climate change is an immediate and growing threat to the whole world. As you are aware, Bangladesh has been severely affected by climate change and is recognized worldwide as one of the most vulnerable countries. It is a matter of relief that President Joe Biden has already signed the executive orders to rejoin the Paris Agreement. I believe that contribution of America in securing Paris Climate Agreement and sincere commitment to climate change as a foreign policy issue will help Bangladesh to fight against the climate change issue. We, as the current president of Climate Vulnerable Forum, a forum of 48 most climatically vulnerable countries, look forward to work together to save this wonderful planet for our future generation. And with John Kerry, we believe we can do it together. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I am quite hopeful that the steadily growing Bangladesh-US relations is expected to achieve newer height in coming days during the Biden administration. There are so many avenues to be opened, and Bangladesh is keen to reap the full potential. We look forward to continue our critical work together with the new government to further strengthen our enduring relationship, address mutual challenges, and build on the progress and prosperity we have made on so many fronts. Today's discussion would positively contribute in creating a greater consciousness among all about the necessity in engaging with the new US administration in multifaceted arena. This will also bring together all the stakeholders to strengthen Bangladesh-US bilateral relations under a common platform, and to mutual discussions of opportunities and challenges, new arenas will be explored. I always believe that apart from G2G engagements, intense people-to-people contact always becomes beneficial for any bilateral relations. Professor Rahman Subhan has mentioned about the people-to-people relationship as an example in 1971. When the government was not very keen, it is the people, the professionals, the lawyers, the lawmakers, these doctors, common people of USA who strongly supported the cause of Bangladesh. And in this year, when we are observing the 50th anniversary, we do recognize their support and help in creating public awareness all across the globe. As over 500,000 Bangladeshi origins live in the US, this large Bangladeshi diaspora can also play a constructive role. Once again, I appreciate the excellent initiative of BI in arranging such an important webinar. I wish you all good health and safe staying during this pandemic. I thank you. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.